Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewelyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is an international leadership coach and a best-selling author who is helping to change people's lives all around the world. You're going to find her amazing. I'd like you to meet her now. Her name is Anna Weber. Anna, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Great to be here today, Doug.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
It's and I want to point out you're from Newport Beach, California, so it's a pleasure to have you with us. You really do have an amazing story, but before we get into it in depth, a little while ago you had a chance to answer some questions from William Shatner, so let's take a look at a brief portion of that now and see how it went, okay?
Sure.
Okay, good. Let's watch.
I know you've been successful in your business, but what I would like to hear is just a brief capsule of exactly what it is you do and who do you do it for and how do you see this helping America to move forward?
Thank you, Mr. Shatner. I really appreciate this opportunity. I'm a leadership lifestyle coach known around the world. People in the United States and all over the world experience obstacles with finances, with relationships, with their health, and overall life. I empower organizations and people how to learn to love their lives and turn stress to success, obstacle into opportunities, and make the impossible possible.
You know, Anna, that's pretty amazing what you had to say to Mr. Shatner. You are a leadership coach. What's interesting is you haven't always been that. You have a very interesting background. What was it that got you involved in wanting to become a coach and drove you into the field? Do you remember?
Of course, it was 2006. I went through some major life changes, personally, financially, in every which fashion that a person can go through. I went through a divorce. My husband basically gambled away everything we had. And I was also betrayed by him and my best girlfriend. So what more can you ask for?
I mean, it couldn't have been worse, could it?
Right, it couldn't have been worse.
No kidding.
Yes.
And you were leaving a nice mansion and you were heading down to a little tiny condo.
That's exactly how it was.
It's
yes.
like from the top to the bottom.
From the top, yes, from riches to rags. And I was sitting on one of the boxes when the guys were packing the truck. And I looked up at the sky and I said, well, let's see, what choices do I have in my life?
You can say that to yourself, but you know you have a remarkable background. You have, among other things, you have an MBA from the University of Tel Aviv in Israel.
Yes.
You have a PhD from Oxford.
Yes.
You have now, you didn't at that point, but in the last 10 years you've written 17 books. You're obviously very, very smart. You weren't going to let that get you down, were you?
No, not at all.
So what caused you to turn to, among other things, I should point out, you've been executives with a variety of companies, including the chief controller for the race car division of Porsche.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing controlling race cars, you know, and telling those drivers how much money they can spend is something else. But what made you turn to coaching? What made you think of that?
I've realized that there is a need for coaches in the world. Not everybody was able to go through such a dramatic change in their lives and letting go, be more in the now, and having something to look forward to. People are really battling with so many obstacles in their lives. So I saw the need, and I felt that I had something to say and something to help, because I was living it in my own life. It was authentic, totally authentic and genuine.
When you talk about something to say, you turn to writing books. Had you written any books up to that point?
Not exactly. I had a poetry book. I had a small cookbook many, many years ago, but nothing really serious, as you can call it, you know, book publishing. Okay. But since 2006, I published 17 books.
Okay. Since then, you have?
Since then,
yes. Not all in that year.
No.
I want to point out one of the key books you've written is this one. This really kind of tells the story of a lot of what you've learned and what you are really promoting about and in your leadership coaching arena. It's called Passion, Spirit, and Purpose. Tell me a little bit about this book. What's in here? Well,
in here I actually express and share with the reader the DOXA method, the DOXA, and the 3 ABC formulas that leading to the DOXA method. The DOXA method stands for desire, outstanding, Xing out the impossible and allowing you to be you. And the ABC formulas leading to the DAXA method are very simple: attract, believe, and create.
And if you follow those key categories, things will get better?
Things will not only get better, they will change for you to really be empowered and learn not only to love your life, but really embrace yourself.
Who do you think this book is intended for?
This book is for professionals, for business people, for entrepreneurs, for students, for anyone who gets at one place and time stuck in their lives. And we all do.
Everybody has that problem at some point. In addition, you have a companion workbook that goes along with this.
Yes.
And this is pretty amazing. Not every book with advice comes out with a companion book that's actually a workbook. What's all in the workbook?
Well, the workbook is actually a powerful tool.
It's your homework.
It's your homework.
Yeah.
It's very engaging and very friendly, and it's helping you how to get from where you're stuck today to where you want to be tomorrow, regardless of what you're. And not only that, it elevates your passion and your spirit, and you find your purpose through the process.
So it must be pretty fascinating. I know you do a lot of public speaking. You speak to groups. For example, not too long ago, you were speaking at the Harvard School, or
Yeah.
Harvard Business School.
Business
I'll get it
School,
out.
yes.
You've also spoken to the cadets at West Point.
Yes,
among
correct.
others. What are you telling them?
Well, it's actually about leadership. Both speeches were mostly about leadership. Leadership is not just a one facet status, it's two.
Right.
It's your inner leadership and your exterior leadership, your external leadership. How to live your life, how you balance your life, and how you introduce the DAXA method and live those steps in your life, developing a dialogue with your mind and not be afraid to ask questions.
Master desires, that's another category. I don't even know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that?
Desires is having that seed in you that's kind of planted or reborn to do something that ignites actually your passion. It's a desire towards something in life. And it doesn't necessarily be something in the now, it could be something then in the tomorrow. But it gives you a zest, it gives you some type of a will to just go on and really turn your obstacles into opportunities and the challenges into possibilities.
And how does it break codependence?
Well, the more you experience this dialogue with your mind, asking questions, and the answers are the choices you make, you learn through the DAXA method and through the ABC formulas how to filter those choices. And when you filter the choices and you take a little bit your time out, obviously you become more independent, less codependent on whatever that area is or the person in your life, and you really start to believe in yourself. Because the three formulas are attract, believe, create. And they're intertwined and they're connected with each other. And that's what makes you feel less codependent.
Do you hear back from people who've read these books and work?
Absolutely. I've heard, and I got great reviews from people. And people will say, this book changed my life. It changed the way I think. It changed the way I look at things. It changed my attitude. It changed my passion for life. Now I'm finding a purpose. I was living without a purpose. I was just existing. Now I live. My spirit is much higher. I feel healthier. I feel more energetic. I want to exercise. I want to eat healthier foods. I mean, it's manifesting in so many areas in people's lives, in basically everyone.
Considering what you've gone through in your life, how do you feel right now about your life?
I feel fantastic. I love my life. I embrace my life. I love my life. And I feel that I'm just doing so much good for people out there. And it's so helpful and it's so rewarding that I don't think there is anything better and bigger than that in life.
You know, I'm amazed that you can touch on so many different subjects and write so many different books in such a short period of time. Here's another one of the books that you've written. We can't cover all 17, but what's The Money Flow about?
The Money Flow is sharing with the reader most of my experiences in my career, workforces, and a little bit of my childhood life. And I grew up in Romania, in a communist country, and it's needless to say it's been quite challenging. At the age of 10, I relocated. I had to learn new languages, new lifestyle. So every hardship that I have experienced contributed to where I am today and who I am today. And I think those hardships really taught me how to not only appreciate everything I have, but just give more. And that's exactly what I was trying to share with you earlier. When the moving truck in 2006 was basically organizing my boxes, I sat on a box and I said, Anna, you have a choice to give in, give up, or give more. By giving more, you automatically attract.
I also, in addition to speaking, to public speaking and writing books, you have your coaching practice. Tell me a little bit about that. You work with individuals?
Yes, I have workshops. I
Yes.
have also a course that's launched on udemy.com. It's a 360 Degrees of Success course. And I also have basically coaching programs. I have also workshops for individuals or organizations that I use every single step that's in the workbook and in the Passion, Spirit, Purpose book. And they work with me hands-on in time management, energy management, relationships, shifting of their roles in their lives, high top executives that make 7 figures, they learn how to come home and be different with their family members, not carry that stress from the corporate status to their houses, and so forth. So therefore, it's each and every step, the formulas are there to help you how to transition your life and transform your life from where it is today to much more manageable and much better leadership, internal leadership and external leadership.
You know, you are called a leadership coach, but really, when you think about all the things you're coaching, you're a life coach.
Yes, I am a life coach. Yes, leadership is one facet of it.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Well, it's remarkable to hear what you've done, Anna. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you
Do
so
you
much.
have other books you're working on now as well?
At the moment, I'm not working on any other books, but I'm just launching perhaps more of I would say more of my speaking career,
Yeah.
and more workshops around the world and changing people's lives.
That's
and
what
that's
you're
it.
dedicated to doing right now, changing people's life.
Yes.
Anna Weber, what a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Interesting talking to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Anna Weber, the president and founder of ePlay Magazine Corporation of Newport Beach, for the outstanding work her firm is doing to help keep moving America forward. Anna, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Doug. This feels wonderful. And I must be grateful to all the wonderful circumstances in my life that led me to be here, and also to my husband, who's been wonderfully helping me and supporting me. That's it, I guess.
You're very, very welcome,
And thank you
Anna.
so much. Makes you feel really good to get this award. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much.
Good.